What's up, Scooby Snacks?
Yeah, I like that one. I like that opening.
Why didn't you get situated first?
Because I had to put the thing down.
Oh, except I wanted to probably scale the thing a little.
Right, you can
Hi,
do
everybody.
You can do that now. Here.
Nah, it's fine. We can just have a little border around the game.
Mm-hmm. Is there a?
There's a little bit of something, but it's fine. It's not much.
I can do it.
Nah, we'll roll with it.
Okay.
We'll just roll with it for now. Hi, everybody. We're playing Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer.
Yeah, because episode, 9 is coming out today? Tonight.
Tonight. Yeah, tonight.
Yeah, the final Star Wars movie within this time period is coming out tonight. So we figured, let's start with the best Star Wars game.
Yeah, I mean, by far.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy, but I love this game. I mean, this is one of the better, like, racing games ever made.
Can I do the first one?
Okay, if you want to. Go for it.
Thanks. I just remember doing this.
Bring the controller over the picture there.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you were going to be playing first.
I wasn't sure if I was going to either. Oh, and here we are in Watto's shop.
That's Watto, all right. Yeah, so we're gonna make a new profile. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just play through the tournament, which is like the go ahead and do this.
Do we name it something funny, or do we go with just MM for Monarchy Media?
If you can only choose 2, I would just go MM.
You can choose 3.
Well, then what do you want the last one?
You know what? We're gonna do this.
You're just gonna do Mom. For right now, we are Monarchy Media.
We are Monarchy.
But yeah, we're gonna play through like the campaign or like the career, whatever you want to call it, which is just like playing through all the different levels on different difficulties.
We'll definitely race against each other later, but for right now.
Yes.
For right now, we're gonna be a little Anakin Skywalker. And as always, winner takes all.
Oh yeah, so if you guys have never actually seen this game, I mean, yeah, go for it. Do whatever you're gonna do, but
yeah, you
have like a currency that you can use to upgrade your pod.
They're not credits. They're not good here.
Yep.
I'm gonna make references.
But at some point, you got to be Matt. And I promise I will advocate for this the entire time, that we're not going to spend a whole lot of time
doing
actually upgrading our part. Why would you think that you could upgrade or buy that? But yeah, so you have like a currency that you get.
Yeah, we only have 400 tickets.
You get more every race you do, and so we what we do is we do like a winner take all, which is if you get first place, you get way more.
2,200 versus the 1,200.
Yeah, so. You get first place, and you get way more currency, and you can upgrade your...
How many years did it take us to actually beat those 4 races?
I mean, like 2 months?
2 months?
Yeah.
I thought we spent years on it.
No, we might have played through it at different times, and then never actually beat it. But yeah, this is Pod Racers. This is
the best racing game ever.
Don't worry if the game looks really old to you or the frame rate
because it is. It's because N64.
Super awesome. Yeah, we're playing on an N64 right now.
We got this this converter from Japan to make it so we could actually get it onto our TV.
Yeah, from
and
analog,
to our capture card.
Yeah, from analog to HDMI. So yeah, this is a pretty old game. Well, when did episode 1 come out?
99.
98, 99?
Wait, was it 99 or 97?
I don't know. My gut tells me, like, you do not need to repair that much for sure, Z's.
Well, fine.
It's working!
It's working!
Yeah, so right now, what in God's name are you doing?
I'm trying to find...
You are gonna blast straight into that wall.
That's what I was looking for.
What? Oh, voice lines? Yeah, so we were practicing earlier, and we were playing on one of the other... Where are you going? On one of the other save files. but it was the one that we had like completed the game with, so it was a fully upgraded pod. I didn't even think about that we were gonna be then.
Oh yeah, this feels way different.
Let me look up when episode 1 came out.
Almost positive it was 99.
That sounds right.
My old babysitter Sue took me. It was like a huge thing for me, and then she bought me a Darth Maul lightsaber that was filled with candy.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It
right?
was 99. So, when did this come out? Did this come out like the same?
I believe it came out the same year, yeah.
Yeah, 99. Interesting. Yeah, we both have very fond memories of this game. That was unnecessary.
Man, I gotta show off my skills. Throw a little flavor on them turns.
Yeah. Oh, this also came out for the computer.
There's a ROM for it. It came out for the computer?
Yeah, same day.
What? Oh god, I wish I had it. Probably like a $200 thing on eBay though.
And Dreamcast eventually.
Oof.
Yeah.
Sega, it really sucks what went down with Sega and Sony. So the PlayStation originally was going to be a Sega thing. They had teamed up with Sony to make it. And then Sega said, because Sega didn't have the disc reading technology or anything like that, and Sony's like, okay, let's do this. Then Sega said, oh, well, now that you've finished most of it, we're done with you guys. And brushed Sony off. And Sony's like, I mean, we already have this. We may as well make something. They made the PlayStation. And then Sega came out like a year later with their disc reading Sega, and it was terrible. It was terrible. And yeah, then they came out the Dreamcast a little bit after that, and it just none of it worked. None of it worked out.
Yes, the beginning of this game is fairly easy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you mind if I upgrade just a little bit real quick? Just
we have done one single
he's so
race.
slow.
We have done one single race.
Fine.
Please, God, do not try to upgrade every single race. I will lose my mind.
Fine. This one's an easy one.
Like, there is no point. We can.
Fine, we'll upgrade between circuits.
I was gonna say, we can so easily win the entire circuit. Like, why spend the money before you can get to the better parts?
True enough, true enough. Then I gotta go between the.
And I'm sure this was the exact argument that I had the last time we played through this too.
No, you would get on my case about upgrading, to the point where I said I just want to check one thing, and you said fine, and I checked like 5 things,
Yeah.
and that was a constant like that. That never stopped. Goodbye 12th place, and hello 11th place, and 10th. Woo, lapping y'all.
Little Anakin Skywalker just zooming through the course. It's because he can use the Force.
Yeah, the midichlorians.
So I know people get on the case of episode 1 because of the midichlorians and everything, and I can go into a whole rant about it, but no, it makes sense. They just did it in a bad way.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it kind of diminishes this whole
this magical aspect of it.
Yeah.
It was also during a time where it's like science fiction needed to have something science to back it. Otherwise, people weren't going to be into it.
Yeah, but I feel like, this movie came like 20 years later. I feel like people were pretty into the whole Force thing. I don't think anybody was really thinking it needed an explanation.
Can we just take a look at Fudsang?
Fudsang is a piece of bubble gum that somebody spat out and then anthropomorphized.
Oh, he's so unfortunate looking. God, I cannot lean this way without being off camera. It's really unfortunate. It's like I want to get comfy.
You can't get comfy unless you're 3 inches to the right.
I want to lean against the thing and like
Put a pillow there. That's why they have pillows.
Is that why they've got pillows?
Yes.
Oh.
Why is my thing the ridiculous thing?
It's not. I'm just messing with you. Oh god, this race. I kind of do wish I'd upgraded this one, but it's okay.
You so vastly overestimate like how easy this first circuit is.
Underestimate? If I overestimated it, I wouldn't think I would need upgrades like at all. Right? Or am I wrong here?
Wait, hold on. You overestimate how easy. No.
If I overestimate how easy it is.
You would be underestimating it.
Yeah, I underestimate the ease.
You are overestimating it, how hard it is, underestimating. Except you can't account for just lack of skill.
You know, I'm not terrible at this. I just...
That is yet to be proven, really. I do wish that they had some kind of, like, music going.
They do. It's just, I think it's really quiet right now.
No, not really. I don't think they really only play, like, a blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
blah, at certain points.
Okay,
it's like the last lap.
That totally looks like it was part of that wall.
Okay, even the AI are having some trouble. But I feel like they just couldn't. Like, they couldn't allocate the memory for that or something.
It's holding back will make you go higher, right?
It'll just slow your descent. Like pulling up, like
right.
Like plane controls.
Yeah. Speaking of the music, though, I know everyone's like really harsh on the prequels, which okay, I get it. Padme and Anakin's story was so bad that oh god, what's her name? Natalie Portman couldn't make it great, you know? And she's an amazing actress. But the music, out of all the things in the prequel trilogy to really get into, it has by far the best music in all of Star Wars. I think The Phantom Menace has the best music. Oh, nope.
Way too late.
Way too late.
There's a shortcut there.
Yeah.
That you can't do on the first lap.
And you have to have a pretty good turn radius to get to it. Which Annie doesn't have initially, but Mars Go does, I believe.
Yeah, so there's a reason that we chose the most absolute boring person / pod.
He also is the coolest pod, in my opinion. It's sleek, it's slim, it has a smaller hitbox than the others.
It's pretty boring looking, though. It's pretty boring shape.
Yeah.
The other ones are like crazy designs. This is just like, I don't know, it looks like a piece of candy.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
But the only reason that we've chosen Anakin is that one guy, there's a level in the last circuit which is extremely I know. Hold on.
Sorry.
I hadn't finished. There is a level in the final circuit that is extremely difficult and requires like very specific like turns and
you'll see it really hopefully.
I don't know. I honestly don't think we'll get there.
It's not actually the final circuit. It's the either third or fourth circuit, and it's required to unlock the final circuit.
It's the final circuit. I was looking at it earlier, and it requires just like these very specific turns and a very specific setup. And Matt was looking up a video of how to do it and saw a guy using Anakin Skywalker.
Which blew my mind. I was like, okay, whatever.
So then apparently we based our entire playthrough off of that. So that we had a chance of beating the thing.
He never showed us his stats, though, which drove me nuts. It drove me nuts. He never showed us the stats. And we tried
Which would be weird, given that he was only doing the race and not from the menus. All right, so left, right away. There you go. But yeah, so we based it all off of apparently Anakin was better for doing this race, and it took a while. Eventually I did beat it. Who knows if it had anything to do with using Anakin.
And we tried it with Fud Sang, we tried it with Mars Glow, we tried it with Sly Parmesan.
But didn't put in nearly as much time with those people as it did with Anakin.
Very true.
So I have no idea how much that was the actual pod versus just playing it for 15 hours.
I think definitely part of it was his hitbox or like his overall like size and everything, what counts as him falling is very different than the others.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so the level is like,
Oh no.
it's like a 2-tiered thing where it's like 2 different tracks, one on top of the other.
Oh god, it's so hard.
You were looking at the camera, weren't you? Or
Just a bit.
But yeah, so you can fall off, but if you fall off, then you've lost the race. Like,
you fall off once and that's it.
Yeah.
And then
It's
they
not
do
even
the
that
same.
You're not gonna get first. It's like you're gonna get 7th at the very best.
So there's that race, and then they do that race again, but it's longer. And then they do that race, but it's backwards. And then there's a race where it's in the jungle, and they do that one twice, once forward, once backwards. And it's because of the frame rate. It's impossible to tell what is an opening, what isn't. It's just you have to know this course. You just need to play it enough times to really know it. And it was impossible, but I mean, I did it on Annie.
That was a long race.
Unfortunately,
Not all courses are that long.
unfortunately, because you might need to do the next one.
Okay.
If it's the asteroid one, you're gonna need to do it.
Okay. Ovo. Oh yeah, and then if you beat, because like every course has like a favorite, or that's like their home course, and if you win, then you get their.
Most races you get that. There's for some reason some where you don't, which I never.
Well, I mean,
understood.
there's only like so many, but that's how you unlock the other racers is by doing that.
Is Aquilarius the?
It's the one where you go underwater.
Oh, so then no, this isn't the hard one. The one there's
No.
one.
If you're talking about the one where you're like flying.
Yeah, and
that's that's Ovo. It's like Ovo 4 or whatever.
I can't stand that one. It's like the one where it's very clear I could lose. In fact, isn't that the one where I got 3rd place?
No, you got 2nd on. It's like the 2nd circuit. I think it's like that version of the ice one you just did.
Oh. It was devastating. I blew up like right at the end.
We were trying to get 1st place in every race, and there was one, and you can like restart the race, but
it doesn't change
there
here.
was one where Matt was going, and then at like the very last second got 2nd place, and you can't like redo it and then get 1st. So it was just like a black mark on the entire playthrough.
And you would not let me forget it.
Well, yeah, because you screwed up.
It destroyed me.
Oh, also, I don't think we've mentioned that today's your birthday.
Oh, yeah. It's my birthday.
So happy birthday to Matt. Oops.
There was the birthday present we were after.
That's life.
Fiery death.
Happy birthday. Crash into this wall and explode.
Looks like you need a pit stop, buddy. I run tall move faster than you.
Just like spamming the voice lines. Oh, quite the fall from grace for this guy.
Wasn't this Jonathan Lipnicki, and then it was Hans Christian Andersen for 2 and 3?
What did you just say?
Wasn't
No, that was neither of those is the correct person.
what?
Hayden Christensen.
That's
is
what I
the
meant,
older
not
guy.
Hans Christian Andersen. Hayden Christensen was 2 and 3, but I know someone else was 1, and I thought that was John Lipnicki or whatever.
No.
He definitely didn't age like acting wise wonderfully.
I just saw his name when I was looking up the year that this came out, but I don't remember it.
It's working.
Oh man. Well, time to look that up.
Yeah, right.
Woo.
I think one of the things about the Star Wars universe that I love so much is that it got such a huge fandom that you can look up how the economy in Star Wars was doing during each era.
Yeah.
You can look up which politicians were in power. There's more knowledge. I think I honestly have more knowledge about the Star Wars political system than I do our own.
Oof, bud.
Hey, yo, no. I've become learned on our own political. You've got to be kidding me. I'm telling you, if I had just a little bit more speed and a better turning radius, I'd be fine with that.
Well,
all I'm saying.
Or use the plethora of mechanics that they gave you to not be going max speed into a tight turn.
That's
I'm sure
nonsense.
you can beat this entire game never having upgraded your pod once.
Definitely not that last circuit. No way.
I mean, that's speculation on your point.
I defy anyone to try it.
I'm sure they have. Look, people can beat...
Oh, thank you, Haley.
People can beat Ocarina of Time in like 6 minutes. I think people have figured out how to beat this without upgrading.
I mean, yeah, probably. But most of those that I see, because I have seen stuff like that, but it's all ROMs. And they alter the frame rate and everything so that they can actually do it. I don't think you can do it on the N64 version, because you just...
Well, if you can and you're watching, let us know.
But we won't be. Woo!
There's gonna be a lot of crashing into walls
while I'm playing.
Oh no, just in general. It is very difficult to play this game without crashing into walls.
There's nowhere near us.
And his name is Jake Lloyd, is the actor.
Jake? What was Jonathan Lipnicki in?
I'm not sure.
Because he looked like the little Annie.
But on Google, when you look up the cast for this, he's just listed as Darth Vader. I guess if you had never seen any of the Star Wars movies and you were just looking that up,
whoa,
that was weird.
That was really weird. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you can get caught in the walls.
But just imagine you've never watched any Star Wars movie and you have no idea what happens after that. And you look it up and you're like, wait.
This little kid's Darth Vader?
This little kid is gonna turn into Darth Vader? Are you kidding me?
Oh, so I found something out as I was...
That frame rate.
Yeah, right? As I was rereading some old Star Wars books.
Yeah.
So, what's her name?
The ancient texts.
No, sure, really.
Whatever he says.
God, she has such a weird name. Anakin's mom.
Scooby-Doo.
No. But
Scooby-Doo Skywalker. Oh, I'd like to see that movie.
Who's the Force? Raggy. Roro.
I wouldn't repair anymore. You are dangerously close to actually not getting first.
No one's near me.
Yes, they are. They are right there.
Oh, wow, yeah. But no.
How was your first lap the fastest? That's incredible.
God, what is her name? This is gonna bother me. It's so bizarre. Anyway, so the whole thing with Anakin is that he was an immaculate birth. He was, like, she hadn't been with anyone. So, Darth... was it Plagueis or was it Bane? I want to say Plagueis was obsessed with immortality and would drain the Force energy from other people, and I don't remember which one this is.
It's the, like, super green one.
Okay. Don't hate me. This is the one with the jump, right?
Maybe.
You do need to upgrade your speed.
I mean, I can 100% guarantee you don't have to, but I'll let you look at whatever.
We don't want to go over top of it. Anyway, he would, like, implant the Force into other people and see and take it away from people and so on and so forth. And when he died, the thought is that his experiment caused Anakin's birth.
What, like he did something and then the Force
just, like, took all of that energy and was like, over here.
You want that one?
You know what? Yeah, I want this one.
I don't think you could afford it.
No, I did.
We had 5,600.
Oh, I forgot to get the junkyard droids. Well.
What do those do again? Do they just increase repair speed or something?
Yeah, they increase repair speed, I believe. From like race to race, if your thing's damaged, I think it's easier to blow up. I don't remember.
Oh. Okay. And there is a way to like launch super fast.
Yeah, I keep almost getting it. Oh, this feels so much better. Oh god, this one's so dark. I remember I used to have to turn all the lights off for this one.
Yeah. Like, I always liked what they did with some of those effects, like the reflection and stuff.
Yeah.
For that time period, that was very difficult to do. I mean, people still haven't really mastered reflection other than, like, just now with, like, ray tracing, you can do it using lighting, but for the most part, you just make an actual duplicate of the scene and flip it. Yeah.
Which is pretty... Oh.
Whoops.
I forgot to
It's a good thing you upgraded, though.
I forgot to boost. If you boost, you can just go through it without needing to... What is going on?
Maybe slow down and don't go into it at 400 miles an hour. This hairpin turn and you're just...
But I'm using Z to do, like, the air brake turn.
No. That doesn't change your speed at all. You have to hold B to actually, like, brake and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Z just removes, like, your traction so you can do kind of drifts and stuff.
Okay. So, yeah.
You don't really ever actually need to use Z.
Oh.
If anything, you should pretty much just exclusively, when you're playing this game, pretty much just accelerate, brake with B, and then turn. I never even found a time where it's useful to, like, use the C buttons to turn to the side.
Oh, yeah, no, the C buttons are useless.
Because how are you even supposed to manage getting your hands up like that? It's so awkward.
Alright, the jump's coming up here, right?
Like, the N64 controller, not actually that great of a controller, but it is super nostalgic.
Come on, work! Ah! My Ronto moves faster than you!
What are you pressing to do that?
Double R.
Oh.
Watch out, it's on for brain!
God.
Are those actually just taken from the movie?
Yep, not from the movie. It's him, I believe.
Oh.
I think some of them are taken from the movie when he's racing, and it's like clips they didn't use. But, oh god, do you remember when they tried making wizard to mean cool? Oh, Annie, that's so wizard.
What?
Yeah, there's a single scene where like his best friend on Tatooine said that his pod was super wizard.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's strange.
It's so dumb. It was. And I remember seeing it, I was like, is that something that people used to say?
Jump's coming up.
It's after this tunnel, yeah.
Just getting you mentally prepared for it.
God, my left engine is not doing great. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
If only that wall wasn't there to the right before that.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty close on me, aren't they?
Yes. Very. Oops, probably gonna overtake me in a second. Coming up on the ending here. Oh god, he is like right next to you. And okay. That was almost a disaster.
I would have asked us to restart.
You know? And I wouldn't have let us.
It would have broken me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom!
Another 2200. This is the one that you don't like.
Yoink!
Oh, this controller's so oh. I took it and I was gonna joke about it, but it was just like warm.
My hands aren't sweaty.
No, it's just like the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Or you're like probably gripping it tighter or something.
This place sucks so much. It's just the worst.
Luckily for me, I did this race before we started streaming.
I hope I upgraded it close to what you would have been using.
No. It is very different feeling. Look.
Do you want to restart and use a different pod?
No.
Hey, Fud. Fud off.
Go fud yourself.
Unfudding believable. Jamie and I tried to play D&D. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out because A, I'm not a great DM, B, we didn't have an actual cleric, and C, none of us had proper schedules. But we made him a Ifrit barbarian, which, yeah, it was a little silly. But
nope. Whoa, thanks, game.
I think that's the other reason that Annie's really good is because he's lower than everyone else.
Kind of threw me a bone there.
But we named him Fuke Fireman.
Fuke with an umlaut.
Yeah, F-U with an umlaut, K. And the plan was to have him constantly look to a non-existent camera and be like, this is unfucking believable.
Oh, wow. Amazing. It didn't blow up there.
I think you're upside down, by the way.
Oops. I mean, there's not a huge amount that I can really do about that in this section.
I hate this section so much.
Section is extremely easy to... I'm gonna use those iframes. Whoa, okay. Oh, no. I wanted to go the other direction. Yeah, like, it turns you around so you don't know.
It's so dumb.
Right,
it's like...
now, if you're actually supposed to go up, left, right.
You have no way of actually knowing.
Like orienting yourself.
Well, like even other games that do stuff like that, they give you that little line that they give you in like flight simulators and stuff.
Oh. Yeah, there's no way to really like properly orient yourself. Alright, this is not spectacular.
Yeah, not ideal.
This is actually like a super slow pod though, overall.
That's why I upgraded the speed. Now, supposedly the different pods share parts, which always bothered me, because I could never find out if that's true or not.
I feel like that's a pretty easy thing to...
Oh no, I would look it up and there would be tons of people arguing about it.
Just look at the stats on 2 different pods and then upgrade one of them.
Oh. Yeah, huh.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Luckily, you're catching up to FUD.
Yeah. I would ideally like a lead, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's all the way over there. Okay, that time you weren't gonna give it to me. I was kind of hoping. Please. This might have
We might have to restart this race.
Oh my God.
Yeah, restart the race. Grab a different pod. Do what you need to do.
No. No.
If by lap 3 you're not in like second, I'm gonna say restart.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah, that thing turns, by the way, everyone. Or actually, I think that's a different version of this race. It's that one?
Yeah. No, please. Oh no, what happened? The game restarted See, you know what sucks though? Is that you did all the extremely easy ones.
Oh, absolutely. There's a reason I handed it off. I even said.
As soon as I take it, it's like, oh, now they need to restart.
Yeah, no. Let me be very clear, everyone. I'm terrible at this race because it's super difficult. And I don't have fine motor controls with my thumbs. As I've said many times on this, on our stream and on our episodes before, my hands get really shaky, and there's a thing with my head that causes like fine motor control to not be great.
And this is like the first race
where it's genuinely difficult.
Where it's like kind of, I was trying to like just
finesse
skirt around it. It's the first race where there's a lot of things that are kind of out of your control.
Yeah, you know what sounds really good right now?
If it's gonna be a food thing, I'm gonna slap you because we just ate so much food.
It is a food thing. Jamie's mom, who is a total sweetheart. I absolutely love his family. She got me like frosted covered
chocolate covered
pretzels and frosting covered pretzels, and they all sound really tasty right now.
What is a frosting covered pretzel?
It's got like frosted sugar. It's not like a chocolate or a vanilla or anything like that. It's just sugar.
Is that a thing? That's
Yeah, there's definitely
box?
some of those in there.
You sure it's not just white chocolate?
Maybe it is. You know, like those animal crackers that had the frosting on them?
You know? See, like, what could I couldn't
There's
actually,
nothing you can do about that.
Nothing I can do about that one. Oh God, what am I?
It's one of the reasons I really just genuinely don't like this map. That and when you come out of the anti-grav, and if you're upside down, that's that. You can't fix that.
Explode. You can't see in this part at all. You just have to go off the mini map.
Oh, I would never have. Oh, I forgot there's a shortcut there.
I don't think that's actually open on this version.
Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, because here's the ending. Where would it have ended? How far ahead is he?
I mean, they were inside up there.
Yeah, I see him. They're definitely like catchable.
Oh yeah. Well, and I think that the AI for this game is definitely built to where
It's forgiving in the first few races.
where I think they kind of slow down a little bit if they're ahead. Like they do the thing where it's like,
Yeah, it's not Mario Kart.
you know, I'm not gonna try to do that a third time. I don't want to crash there on the third lap.
Wouldn't that be a section to use Z?
Which?
That like turn that you're saying that you're not going to try again?
No, not really.
No? Okay.
Don't explode. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, it does that.
And if you're boosting through that point, it kills you.
No. Okay.
Woo!
You know, I'll take it. Oh God.
And if you even graze that thing, you're done.
Come on, do the boost.
I don't think you can boost in this section.
You can. Well, okay, this is only the second lap. Like, there's nothing. Nothing I can do about that.
Because nothing compares. That doesn't really work in that
Because
one.
at this point, you also don't know where you're oriented. And you don't know, like, what direction, because some of them, it accepts more input than the others, it seems. Oh God, where is Fudd?
He's a little bit further ahead. He's actually not that far.
Just looking at
Yeah. Like, he
he's not
is...
that bad.
Yeah. He's definitely in a catchable position, especially right now.
Yeah. As long as I can get away from these jerks.
Yeah, seriously, they're the actual problem. They just keep bumping into you.
Like Bumpy Roos.
What is frauds and I felt like the question answers itself. Oh, it's the game where the sound effect comes. Is this the game where the sound effect comes from? Which sound effect?
Are you talking about the booster sound? Because yes, this is the one that the booster sound comes from. It wasn't in any Star Wars prior to this.
Booster sound?
The... That wasn't in anything up until this.
I don't know what sound that is.
When you do the boost.
Oh. I thought you were saying, like, referencing some other Star Wars
No.
thing.
Oh, FUD. Fuddy. With those two...
Alright, well.
So there is something I've seen people do on this race where you can purposely push them into rocks and it takes you away from the area, but I say don't risk that. Oh.
There's gonna be a big one. Oh, there should have been. Okay. No, I'm not gonna bother trying to boost. And that's when I explode right there. But there you go.
Wow. I was like clenched that entire... Oh, the kid going oof. Yeah, that is this as well. Hop it. Twist it.
It's like a turkey.
Pull it. Fine, be that way.
All right.
The favorite of this race is Mazguo. Actually, don't press start. Let them hear it. Because this one's super easy, but it's also really long.
The current record holder for this track is Bullseye Navoir.
Wait. Oh.
The current
What we
record holder,
get.
because that's what you had used it on with the shrimp.
Oh.
We had a project. Our first game wasn't actually going to be Trigger Finger. We were planning on doing another game, and it was silly, and the concept involved bad shrimp.
Well, one of like 5 prototypes we were working on.
Yeah.
With Trigger Finger.
And we didn't really have a good project title.
Matt wanted to make a game where it's like
What?
a zombie.
We could still make it at some point. Fine.
Probably not, though. I don't think at this point we're going to make another VR game.
It was a VR game that's sort of like Dead Rising, but on a cruise ship.
People that eat a bad thing of shrimp. Oops.
And it all comes from eating bad shrimp on a cruise ship.
And Matt wanted to call it Shrimped.
But I mean, that was just the working title because I couldn't think of anything real. So the our winning account is Shrimped on here.
I think that's we were working on.
Yeah.
Like designing that. This was years ago.
Oh God, yeah, this was a really long time. Oh,
wait, well, who put that boulder there? Why would that be a thing? That's a stupid boulder placement.
but I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder.
Yep.
Wait, Francis, have you never played Pod Racers? It's like the single best Star Wars game there is. And I really wish they would make a new one that wasn't the PlayStation one, because the one on the PS2 was just so bad. Like, I don't like talking ill of games because so much work goes into them, and you never know what the parameters were and what they had to work with, but wow, it was bad.
I wonder if you would still feel that it was that bad, though, if this one had never come out. If you had
Probably
no
not.
reference. If
I didn't have this for reference, I'd think it was a fun game, but I don't think it would ever have been as popular as this one was.
Was this one actually, like, critically and
Super
like,
popular. Super popular.
not going stellar? But yeah, we're gonna hold out hope that it gets.
It is
gets better in subsequent.
It is the single longest race in the game, I believe.
Really?
Outside of the final Tatooine race.
Huh.
So there's.
Yeah, we're still. That was only one.
That was lap 1. It's one of my least favorite maps because it's boring.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting's happening. It's all red and black and orange, and it's like, yeah.
Get away from me.
We gotta remember to get the pit droids.
Right. What I'm wondering is, I'm in 7th right now.
How far ahead are they? Well, I see. Well, no, now you're 9th.
Yeah, but I was taking a shortcut.
That's one thing in this game that always bugged me. The shortcuts, like, would put you in, like, 10th place, and then you'd pop out and be first, and like, whoa.
I'm just gonna restart right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother going through another 6 minutes if I can't catch up.
Yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. Not, like, being super into Star Wars. There's a bunch of series I was never super into, and tons of other people were. It was like, I don't dislike it, I'm just not I'm not sold on it. I'm not huge for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of that way with Star Wars. Like, I don't dislike it, but I definitely wouldn't ever sit down and be like, oh, I feel like watching a Star Wars thing.
You would
It's
not
just
name
like-
your son Chewie, is what you're saying.
Even if I liked Star Wars, I wouldn't do
Oh, I
that.
forgot about that shortcut on the right. Do you want me to remind you of it?
No,
Okay.
because I'll probably crash trying to do it and then lose time.
Yeah. I just remember it
Straight
shaves like
lose time.
5 seconds off.
Not this time, Boulder.
God, I remember that was the funniest line in Shrek to me. It cracked me up every time. It probably still would.
Not this time, Boulder.
No, I like that
It's like
boulder.
really sending a message to Colorado.
Wow. That was dumb on a whole new level. You're really outdoing yourself with the stupid comments lately.
Well, all that really says to me is that I've been underdoing it for a while.
The seriousness of launching our game into early access, which by the way you all should check out, links in the description, it is definitely like dropped our humor for a bit. It's stressful releasing a game. Really hoping people are gonna like it, really hoping people are gonna go and buy it. It's a lot of pressure, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it that late into production. So yeah, it definitely tapered our funny bones. Would that be the right way to dulled our funny bones? I guess not tapered.
It tapewormed my funny bone.
Exactly, tapewormed.
Come on, come on, come on, work!
Come on. Oh, this controller has definitely seen some use.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like a very specific point that it'll accept input. Because if you see like the acceleration thing on the right saying how fast we're going, there's a bar that fills up, and when it's green, it means that I can push, like I can push forward on the controller and then press A again, and then it'll boost, which you can see me doing once in a while. But you have to be pressing like precisely forward. And
Oh, you know what that boost sound was? It's similar to the TIE Fighter sound, but it's not the exact same one.
Come on,
but yeah,
come
it's
on,
like
come on,
it's a
work.
very exact position at this point that I have to hit now,
Yeah.
or like be pushing to go forward. Or El Boosterino. It's also way easier to crash when you're boosting.
Oh yeah. You have like
You gotta use it at smart times. And if you
There's-
just hold it, you'll overheat and explode.
there's a particular pod racer who has really, really good speed, really, really good turning, terrible acceleration.
What did I even crash into?
There was a skiff coming
There was
towards
a
you.
thing, but like I wasn't even like I had passed it already.
Yeah, I think you scraped the bottom of it. But you can potentially actually do the entire race boosted if you upgrade his cooling to maximum.
Wow.
Except for, like, he's got amazing turning, but it's still really easy to blow up.
Yeah, well your turn radius goes way down when you're boosting.
Yeah, so essentially his awesome turning turns into slightly better than bad turning. And having too much turning is actually terrible because it gets oversensitive way too fast.
Pretty crazy to think that like this tube right now is just an extremely simple kind of like cylinder, like half cylinder.
Yeah.
The texture.
Which is
And that was just like, that was great graphics. Like this probably for the
blew people's
time
minds.
was amazing. And this is just like really super simple geometry with well done textures.
I think
Lights and stuff.
It's funny because when I first started learning to model and everything and do textures and all that, my thought for something like that wasn't that it was a texture, was that each one of those things was a face.
Right.
What was like a part of the model.
Yeah.
And if you were to do it like that, it would be the most inefficient, terrible thing you could possibly do.
So where is there?
It's off to the right.
Can I actually do it
Yep.
from this angle? No. Oh yeah, I see. And we're in it. Eh.
It's not
not
huge,
that
but
huge of a thing.
it can shave like 5 seconds off if people are near you, because they can't bump into you and stuff, and you can actually boost towards the back and fly over to the section.
Yeah.
I know the first circuit like the back of my hand. I do not, however, know any of the others that well.
Yeah, it gets a lot more complicated from here.
There's like 3 races that I was able to do that were just super frustrating for us. And it was like, nope, this one's yours, Matt. And it's like, okay, fine. I don't wanna. It was more so than anything that you just needed to rest your hand.
Right. Yeah, because this will end up being like an 8-minute. Oh, I thought I was gonna explode there. Like an 8-minute race.
Yeah. Which is crazy. This is an 8-minute race.
And this is like the 7th or 8th race in the game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, none of them are quite as short as the first race on Tatooine.
Come on, come on, come on, work!
That one is so short, and we could do it so many times, and it'd be great. But, yeah, no, it's not a thing for us.
Yep.
I kind of lost.
Ooh, there's a dude catching up.
I kind of lost my train of thought there, because I kind of just got really
Wow,
absorbed
they're
into
like
the
right
race.
there.
Whoa, yeah, wait, what?
Please don't explode. Please don't explode. I can't repair. I cannot bother repairing.
How close are we to the finish line? Oh, real close. Real close. You started drifting off into
Yeah,
that.
because the thing was like about to explode.
Woo! I think we should celebrate with the pretzel. No.
Well, you really want those pretzels.
I just want something sugary right now.
Are you thinking of like a yogurt kind of frosting?
Yes, that is absolutely what I'm thinking, I think.
Fastest pod racer
Yep.
in the galaxy.
In the galaxy.
Skywalker.
The announcers for episode 1 are actually what I based a lot of my announcer voice off of for Mel Legstein in our game.
Dog climbers.
Yeah, you should definitely check that out. Which
Is that Baby Yoda?
No, not at all.
Oh, really? I thought it was.
But it's strange because that guy's voice is based off the guy that we based Mel off of, a guy named Mel Allen Israel, who was the voice of the Yankees or the Mets. Wait.
I have no idea. What?
We have to A, get the things, and
Yes.
B, we might want to upgrade.
I'll let you upgrade.
I mean,
So, what are these? I make faster repairs. Okay. Damaged upgrade parts. Okay.
your trade-in's gonna be better as
So
well.
you just need one.
All 3 makes it easier.
Okay, well, see you later. 1/3 of our total money.
All right, so you're gonna be the one primarily doing this. So,
Mm-hmm.
oops, wrong thing. Buy parts. So when you see something like what didn't you like about him?
He was just really slow. Like his acceleration and top speed are. Look how slow
Yeah.
they are.
All right, so we've seen that, but let's take a look at the junkyard real quick.
Yeah, well, the junkyard has a lot of like better but more expensive parts, right?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes they're more expensive. Sometimes you can get a deal on
Can't you
it, and
just
it's all
scroll to the
RNG.
right when you're.
Not in the junkyard, only Okay, that acceleration is really bad.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to afford any of this stuff.
Well, let's take a look at this acceleration boost, see how much it actually costs. No.
Well, was there anything inside that did acceleration?
That's what I'm going to check. Yeah, there's always something inside. I just wanted to see, because sometimes you'll even get money back for getting a better part. It's all RNG in there.
No, definitely not worth it. I would go for the top speed one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
And then let's see if we can afford... We can afford this one. It's a slight upgrade.
Well, what else can we do? What are our other options? Because that's pretty minor.
How was your turning? Were you liking that?
No, not really.
Want
well, what's the next one?
traction?
I would go for the second one. We don't want too much turning.
Yeah, too much turning is
like,
just...
That one's good.
This one?
The first one, yeah. That.
All right, and then let's take a look at our repair speeds, because those were taking way too long.
I mean, sure.
And do you agree, like, they were just taking too long?
I don't repair for a long time. I do it in, like, small bursts.
So then this would make those small bursts give you more
I guess,
back.
yeah, that's probably...
And then let's just take a quick look at cooling.
Well, what about air brake? Is there anything for that? Because that comes really in handy.
We'll have to check the junkyard for it.
No, well, there's going to be nothing that we can afford in there, so we can just go with the cooling one. There was a better one of those, wasn't there?
Yeah, cost almost nothing. Cool.
Yeah, and then after, we'll just buy the air brake thing
Yeah.
after the next race. Because you get a lot more for it.
5,500 for doing the Sly Parmesan one.
You just... Oh, that's the other reason that you can't get second place is because we do that winner take all.
Yeah.
And if you don't get first, then obviously you don't get anything.
So...
There we go.
This is one of the invitationals where you need to get all first place within a circuit to do this circuit, and this is technically the final one. And when you beat the first circuit, you can do this one, and it unlocks one of my favorite racers, Sly Parmesan, which I've just called Sly Parmesan for like most of my life.
Yeah.
And he's one of the coolest pods. He looks like Anubis, which is really cool.
Oh, this one, that's right. Yep.
And somehow he's able to do it super well, super early. I always have to do like 3 races in of the next circuit to do it. And I always used Mars Glow.
Which one are you talking about? Which one are you talking about?
I just need to upgrade my pod a lot more back in the day to be able to do this one.
Oh, do this specific race.
Yeah.
Oh. This is probably going to be a restart.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
I
just get familiar with it.
Yeah. Like, do a lap or 2 and then get familiar and then...
Yeah. I remember there's a lot of shortcuts with this one. Which, like, they're shortcuts, but not shortcuts.
Yeah, it's like in this part, it's just kind of like preference.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You need to go away.
Flood sang again, man. What is his deal? He's just upset that we took his pod.
He's beefing.
We raced for slips and he lost. He needs to get over it.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, and then you can't boost if you're not.
Yeah, like on the track.
Right.
Off to the left is a thing as well over there.
Righto.
I've never actually figured out if that part is worth it.
Oh yeah, and then you want to go left or right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit him with the old restart.
Hit him with the best shot. Who sang that song? But it's not Heart. It's not Oh god, what's her name? I saw her
It's like it's right there in my brain.
Oh god.
Oh,
won't you hit me with your best shot?
It is. I can picture it
Yeah.
And Guitar Hero.
And then you want to go up on the upper levels with this one.
I don't think I've ever done that. I've always just done this, right?
No, you definitely used to go on the upper levels.
Huh. Alright, well,
But I think that might have been the second version of this that you did it all the time.
I'm willing to give it a shout.
Because, yeah, you were just in second, now you're in sixth.
Oops, that's a bad. Excuse me. Alright, 3 boosts in 1. Nice. Oh my god, what is her name?
Oh, God, my phone is over on the desk, otherwise I'd look it up.
Her name is...
Someone who's watching, look up who sings Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
Hit me with your best... No. Oh, coward. Alright, fine, then.
I know what you were waiting to say.
No, I meant to say that.
Oh, I would have said FUD me.
Yeah. I don't think I ever actually went that way on this version.
No, because you used to boost up. If it's not this version of the race, it's definitely the next time that you,
That's just a bummer.
That's just hard.
It's like, what am I supposed to do about that one?
It could very well be too soon to do this race.
We have access to no other races.
Yeah, we do.
What?
This is the invitational circuit. You have the next circuit open. This is not the next race.
Oh.
Whenever you beat a full circuit, you get to do one race within this circuit.
Well, couldn't tell you. About nachos?
Nachos in my Wermo, is what he said.
Yep.
These guys are rude.
Oop. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Yeah, you need to go way slower through that than I apparently.
One thing that's always bothered me about racing games is when the people in front of you...
officially in 12th. Nope, 10th. What?
One thing in racing game that's always bothered me is when you see the people in front of you just rock a turn.
Oh.
That's just... It's not possible.
Yeah.
It's not possible at the speeds that they're going to do.
Yeah.
And then there's a right shortcut here.
Yeah. Got him. Hey. Let's go to the other.
Yeah, let's go to the other circuit.
Nope.
Oh!
Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. Pardon me. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Let's just start the next circuit.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Four boosts in a row.
I think it's safe to say I figured out the timing.
Do me a favor and throw a double R his way.
Watch out, exhaust for brake!
There we go.
I feel good about that.
Me too. I feel great about it. And they're swearing at us in hoodies. We gotta throw some common their way. That's right, it's not English, it's common.
Yeah, but I feel like that isn't that just what it's called in like
D&D and all.
every fantasy
Yeah.
and
Lord of the Rings, D&D, anything and everything that like English is used, but they have no explanation for why people speak English. It's like, no, 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 this is the universal language, Common.
Yeah.
Everyone learns to speak Common, and then their native tongue. Unless you're a human. In which case...
Oh, right. Yeah, there's a lot of shortcuts that... In some of these races, it's like, you're just screwed if you don't take it.
Yeah.
Well, I even super air braked there.
Yeah.
Air broke?
Braked. Air braked.
Air braked? Whoa! Bouncy boy.
Yeah, what was going on there? It's always crazy to me to see things like that, where it's like, yeah, going up there doesn't actually matter. Did he just show up out of nowhere?
That he did, friendo.
It's like you never notice those things happening back when you played them the first time, but the longer it is, the more developed games that you...
Shouldn't have boosted. That was a tactical error.
The more developed games that you play, you end up seeing that stuff more often in older games. And it's just crazy how you don't see it initially.
Yes. It was also kind of a longer race.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? This one might actually be longer than that other one, which is weird. Well, no, it's because you're in 5th.
Boy, really shove that down my throat.
No. The timing, it's... So you were in 1st on that other one, and each lap was like 2.5 minutes. You know? You're in 5th this time, though, so it's like... There's definitely some more time added on to these laps.
Yeah, this one's shorter because we're about to hit the...
Yeah. How many times did I blow up right there?
Oof, man.
This is totally the race. This is the one where I got 3rd.
No, you got 2nd.
2nd, but it was totally this one, right?
I don't know, maybe. Alright, let's hit him with a restart. Spoiler alert. Gonna be a lot of restarts, because we are shooting for only 1st.
You don't have to use Annie, by the way. Like, you can totally use someone else. I know I
have no idea who would actually just work better for me.
I remember you were good with Mars Glow. You were
I
good.
always used EB Endicott.
I was about to say EB Endicott, and then you were good with, which I think you get EB from this one. And then you used the guy with a lot of arms who was like a stick.
You talking about Aldarbedo?
I think.
I don't know. I pretty much just only used EB Endicott.
EB Endicott.
I mean, it's really mostly about just repetition. You know, I was really just hoping it was gonna open.
They don't start opening until the second one.
That's not true at all.
The second lap?
No.
Those open prior to the second lap.
Because it was definitely moving the first lap. They only did one of these last time. Whoa. What? Wait, what? What? Hold on. Hold on. What did he do there? He did something where he, like, went through and took another shortcut.
I've never seen that.
Figure that out. Yeah, we are not going for a full complete
in a single stream.
This was one of the first games that we were talking about streaming, though.
Yeah, it was.
We were talking about, all these old school games that we were going to play.
In nostalgic November?
We have played...
None of them.
We have now played this, and then you guys recorded another game on the GameCube.
I don't think we actually ended up saving those recordings. Which is unfortunate.
Alright. So, now I gotta figure out what to do here. I kind of have to just base it off of the map. Yeah, he did like some things
He went left right there in that small opening.
What? How do you even...
I think it was actually a glitch.
But there's a
'Cause then
spot on the map for it.
Hmm.
Excuse me, pardon me.
I feel like I remember if you like double tap Z or something, it resets you, or like down C. I remember if you double tap like down C or something, it reset you, or maybe it was L, and it acted as if you had blown up.
That is the thing. I have never seen it nor used it.
It may not have been this game. I know there was a racing game that did that though.
Thinking of Need for Speed.
I might be actually, yeah.
Spiritual successor to Star Wars Pod Racing.
You know what? Need for Speed 2 Underground was maybe the second best racing game I've ever played. This is definitely the
I
first.
played a lot of Hot Pursuit.
My brother loves Hot Pursuit. I just couldn't get into it. Like, I couldn't get into the non-street racing, like, no verbal commands. Underground 2 felt like if every Grand Theft Auto mission was a race. And I loved it.
Apparently they just released another Need for Speed game and like nobody said anything about it.
I mean, I feel like it's because the people who play the racing games all know about the racing games, and people who don't play them aren't going to start seeking them out.
What, like they're trying to only sell it to a specific crowd?
Yeah, I bet you they advertised it on like the Motor Channel, I think is what it's called. It's like one of the package channels that you can get, and they play Top Gear, old Top Gear episodes, and they play like American Chopper and all that stuff.
Oh, don't worry, I'm very familiar with that channel.
It is called the Motor Channel or something, right?
No, I don't.
My dad watches it all the time.
It's something like that, but I don't think it's called specifically.
But I bet you they advertised it on that all the time. You weren't going to see it on, or they probably advertised it during like NASCAR races. But you're not going to see it advertised on like the CW or something.
Well, I mean, yeah, that you're just kind of describing how advertising works and marketing, but
Right. So what I'm saying is, like you said, like no one really saw it. I'm thinking maybe just no one
well,
within
but they
our
are,
circle.
I mean,
our circuit,
everybody's
circles.
always trying to like grow their market too. Oh, I see what I did wrong the other time. Gotcha.
Wow.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whoa. Excuse me?
There you go. That's how you do it.
That's some BS. You just cut like the map in half.
I mean, no.
No, but like that's an intense shortcut.
I mean, it saves like 8 seconds.
That's a lot.
Yes. Yep.
In playing MOBAs, I've discovered that 8 seconds is an eternity. There was a point where I was playing Smite with Francis, actually. Hello again, Francis. And I was just like, God, this is a really slow, like low kill count game so far. He's like, it's 1:15. It's like, excuse me? It feels like it's been like 10 minutes.
I just realized I feel way more tense right now playing this than I ever have during our Death Stranding.
Because I feel like it's easier to comment on someone's skill level than with Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Death Stranding, it's like, no, he fell. Trust me, I've been there. We've all been there.
That's more like psychologically tense
Yeah.
than this. Sometimes you just gotta smack into the wall.
Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them. Sometimes.
You gotta know when to fold your lawn.
Work!
Oh God, that reminds me.
It's working!
I literally like poker.
It's working!
That's what it reminds me.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I don't know, man.
Whatever you say, my dude.
I love this music so much.
Oh yeah, here's an example of them actually playing the music.
It's always on the third lap.
Yeah. Okay. You know who Bumak is? Bumak Vitos?
Is that a racer that I don't know about?
Nope.
Then no. Ooh.
Kind of smanged it just a little bit. No, Bumak is a singer.
Never heard of him.
You should look him up. Everybody should know who Bumak is.
Is this gonna be like listening to a Strong Bad song or something?
No.
Which, wow, I have discovered something about myself.
No!
Oh no!
That's okay. It's okay. We can try to recover. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This might not be extremely awful. Oh, okay. So far, it's seeming not amazing. Yeah, they do this thing in this game where it's like, oh, you're way far out ahead for literally the entire race.
Let's teleport them all right next to you.
Everybody's there, and you might lose. What? Look, the entire race is here now.
We have to
I
restart.
crashed once. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next 20 seconds. But yeah, it's kind of seeming like we're gonna have to restart this 8-minute long race. Yep. That sucks. How did I explode?
Is it cool if I grab something to drink?
Yes, you don't need my permission, I guess.
Oh no, I feel like I need to ask permission to do everything and anything.
You let me know every time you're about to go to the restroom when we're working in the office. And you say that that's because of just your childhood.
Yeah.
And I always say, you don't need to tell me that. So yeah, feel free to get a drink if you feel like it.
This was more so like you understand streaming do's and don'ts a lot better than I do.
I guess. I mean, we're not doing like a talk show or anything. Just kind of hanging out.
If we were doing a talk show, there'd be a desk, I'd have cards, I'd pour you some brandy. Who is a fine girl. What a good wife you would be.
Just watched Guardians Volume 2.
Oh god, it's all the Guardian movies are amazing.
All 2 of them.
I'm including Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. They are present. And
yes. I love the Captain America movie, Avengers Endgame.
Okay, so fun fact here for you. Because of how the Marvel universe works, in fact most comic book universes work, the split up, usually Captain America's comic, or one that he is more frequented, is what starts the events off. So yes, I too love the Captain America movies.
I still take exception with the fact that the second Captain America is titled The Winter Soldier, when
You hardly see
it's
Bucky.
like 10% about the Winter Soldier and 90% about the fall of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'm not a fan of Civil War. Because that Civil War was nothing to do with what that was. That wasn't Civil War. This is kind of like Christopher Nolan throws out his version of Bane, and it's like, that's not even close to Bane. Like, that's just not him.
Are you saying it's not like the comic Civil War?
They've reiterated the Civil War tons of times in video games and comic books, tons. And that isn't what it was about.
But you're taking exception with the fact that they are titling it Civil War and it's not related to what the comic titled Civil War is about.
To an extent, yes, because they turned this Civil War more into the fact that Bucky killed, spoilers, Bucky killed Tony's dad and mom and dad, and that's what broke the band up. It barely had anything to do with the what they were calling the Sokovia Accords, which is because they didn't own the rights to the X-Men, and thus they didn't own the rights to mutants, because it was originally the Mutant Registration Act, which happened after a mutant accidentally blew up a bus full of school kids.
So wait, is that what it is entirely about, or does it have any relation to the murder of...
Nothing to do with the death of Howard Stark.
Well,
zero.
I don't see what the issue is, though. Couldn't it just be that this version is about
No.
the Sokovia? Well, the issue is about the Sokovia Accords.
It's what...
And it turns... There is a secondary issue about Stark's parents.
Well, the problem with
think-
it is, for me, that the original Civil War, like the comic, and the video games and every other thing that talks about Civil War, it's the moral dilemma of, is it okay to register our citizens and put it under the guise of safety? It's essentially Nazi Germany versus liberty, and how Nazi Germany came to be by justifying atrocities. And it starts with this. It starts with saying it's for safety. And that was it. And Captain America said no. And tons of people followed Captain America. And the government backed Tony Stark. And it was this big thing about morality. And it was less about a personal aspect of it. And this was better for personal growth as like individual characters, but not growth as like... God, it's really hard for me to put it into words, because I feel as though if they just disagreed about the Sokovia Accords and that was it, that would be whatever. But it's the fact that Bucky killed Howard.
But that doesn't play any part until the last 15 minutes of the movie. It has nothing to do with him.
Most of the movie is about chasing after Bucky.
Yeah, because they think that he blew up the bomb by the UN. That's why they're chasing him. It has nothing to do... Like, the whole reason is that the guy is trying to...
Right. Zemo, it is very weird that was Zemo. I get why they couldn't get into who Zemo really is. That I 100% understand. I'm not going to fault them for that. Because Zemo is a complicated character, more complicated than Harem Zola, which they kind of did right. Like, they did the best they could.
Wait, but I need to say one thing. One of my pet peeves is people freaking out about, did they do this character correctly? Who cares? It's the version of the character that they made. So what if it's not exactly what is the version that people are expecting from a comic?
I mean, no.
People bring up Bane. It's like...
The Bane one, the Bane one I genuinely care about, because that wasn't... Because it had nothing to do with Bane. It was not him at all. It was just a new character, and you could have named him something new.
Okay, but they didn't. He chose to call him Bane. So I don't see what the issue is with that. Like...
Because you aren't invested into that universe. You're not invested into it the way that the hardcore fans are. And that's fine. That's not a knock on you, and it's not a knock on the hardcore fans.
Okay, but what I'm saying is the hardcore fans shouldn't care that much that it's not a one-to-one recreation of the character, because you're just...
I'm not asking for...
You're just setting yourself up for disappointment because you're creating these expectations nobody's going to meet.
Okay, but hold on.
Because there's always going to be something. They could bring in people and really try to make it the perfect adaptation, and there's going to be a group of people that claim they're hardcore fans that say, oh, this isn't what I wanted, this isn't what they should have done.
Okay, I get that.
You can't please everybody.
I get that. In terms of the Bane thing, I don't agree with you. Just for the Bane thing. Bane is a militant former luchador. He is a Latin American. He has zero to do with the League of Shadows. He uses an experimental drug used on him in prison to gain super strength called Venom, and it's highly addictive and debilitating to your body. He pushes those drugs on the streets. He the only thing that they did similar to Bane is that he like broke Batman's back. He doesn't have that respirator. He is not Middle Eastern. He overthrows a government in called Santa Prisca.
Okay, in those versions.
No.
Yes.
No, not those versions. Every version of this character. The fact that they didn't even make him Latin American was just like, this isn't Bane.
It's not the one that you wanted. You can't say it isn't Bane. It literally is Bane.
So hold up.
The character that they created.
So if I make a story about your life, and it is not your life at all, and the only similarity is that I named him Jamie King, you're fine with that?
That character literally is Jamie King. It's not me. It is not me, this version of Jamie King, but it is Jamie King. Like, think of how many movies they've made about people that is, like, you couldn't say it's not. Like, they made it. He is. He is. That guy is Bane. Literally is Bane.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree on this.
Okay. I mean, I'm talking literally. That character literally is named.
Yeah, they
Bane.
named him Bane. Cool. That's what they did.
Even if he doesn't have 100% all the characteristics that you wanted him to have.
It's that he had 0%. That's what I'm saying. It's not that he didn't have 100%, and I'm being pissy about that. It's that he had 0% of who Bane is.
Also, why does it matter? Who cares? Who cares if he called him Bane and it's not actually Bane? Like, what does it matter?
It doesn't. It's just something that people enjoy.
But there is a 0% reason that you should enjoy it less because of that choice.
Oh no, I enjoy it less because it was a bad movie.
But you should not enjoy it less because of that reason. That's an insane reason to not like something. Is people feel so vindictive against artists and directors and movie producers because of a choice that they made. Like,
I mean, okay.
That's like looking at the Avatar movie, not the blue.
The
Avatar.
M. Night Shyamalan Avatar movie.
Like,
it was legitimately bad. It had nothing to do with the fact that he changed a bunch of stuff. Right. It was the fact that it was just a terrible movie.
You couldn't look at that and say, "Oh, that's not Aang, that's not Sokka, that's not that," because it's not how you wanted them to be portrayed. Like, that is those characters. They just chose to do it in a way that people didn't like, but it doesn't help that the movie was genuinely like poorly done. God, I hate this.
That was fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not ripping into... Look, if the movie was good and they used that interpretation of Bane, I'd say whatever. I'd say whatever. In all honesty, I would. Because it's understandable that they are not going to get into Venom. It's understandable that they're not going to get into the backstory of who Bane is. Now, admittedly, one thing they did is they used a version of a version. They did it one time, I think, and it was a completely different version of this guy, Bronze Tiger. And a lot of what they were talking about for Bane was the story of Bronze Tiger in that adaptation. So it was weird that they called him Bane, and a lot of people seem to think that the only reason they did that is because Christopher Nolan wanted to have the back-breaking scene from when Bane broke the bat.
Yeah.
I
think one of the hugest issues is that there's not enough time. There are decades and decades decades of comics that have set up these characters. You can't do that. You can't portray an entire character's backstory and have some kind of emotional investment into it in a 2 to 3 hour period of time.
Right.
And people knock on the Marvel Cinematic Universe of, oh my god, there's so many superhero movies. There's, like, as many superhero movies that there needed to be for them to explain who the hell these people are.
Which, the fact that they're doing the Eternals...
And have any semblance of cohesiveness and coherence between all of it.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that they're getting into the Eternals was kind of like, you picked one of the most nonsensical, obscure, why these guys characters that you possibly could have. Out of all the people, the Eternals. Who cares about the Eternals? It was very, like... I'm still confused about it. Because they've already had to explain the backstories of so many people, and now they're breaking into these guys.
Well, and it's probably not going to be like... It's going to be like Suicide Squad, where you kind of had to just know who the big players were from the get-go, because they were not going to take the time to explain everybody in white should care about them.
And what's funny is the big characters in the Suicide Squad, it's like knowing their backstory doesn't really matter to begin with outside of Harley. And it's always, people always learn about Deadshot through Suicide Squad, and that's it. No one really cares about the backstory of Captain Boomerang or King Shark or any of them.
Guardians of the Galaxy was actually kind of a risk, because that was the like a big ensemble that they.
I still don't full on understand the backstory of Drax. Like, I get who Drax is, but it's like he's still very confusing.
By far the greatest character in the MCU.
He's definitely up there.
God. I love, and just the way that Dave Bautista portrays him is just so good.
Nothing gets over my head. I'm too fast. I'll catch it.
Oh my god. He is just so hilarious in that role. This isn't going well. This race,
not at all.
This race sucks.
I have been distracting you hardcore.
No, I'm doing the same that I would have been if I was paying attention. That's how... What? 87 what? Oh,
reboots. And yeah, I appreciate if someone enjoyed the interpretation of that Bane.
I thought it was perfectly fine.
Power to him. It was just very weird. Okay, so here's a good example of why it's weird to me. So the MCU, in the Deadpool movies, they chose a character, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. But the fact of the matter is, that's not Negasonic Teenage Warhead. That is, in fact, a different character whose name I can't remember. The reason they chose Negasonic Teenage Warhead was because of the funny name. The relationship between Wade and the other character is the relationship they portray. They straight up admitted, we just wanted to use that name because it seemed like something Wade would have a fun time with.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I appreciate that. That's funny. Why not? But they're two very different characters. And in the case of this Bane thing, it was like, you chose the what-if version of Bronze Tiger. You didn't choose Bane. Why not just say Bronze Tiger? You can still do the homage of breaking the back as Bronze Tiger. It's just very weird to me. And I think it was a very big risk to take a Latin American character and make him Middle Eastern. That seemed like, maybe you shouldn't have done that. There's just lots of weird things that they did there and said it was Bane. I always found it weird that they made Talia Middle Eastern there when she's supposed to be like, well, no, she's Middle Eastern-ish. She's more like Soviet Middle Eastern. It's weird. The one thing I will always fault Nolan for.
All right, I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Oh, I know you know what I'm gonna say. His name is Ra's al Ghul, not Raz. Ra's. They make a point of the actual pronunciation of this name throughout every show and every comic book Batman Begins. Every time he's mentioned, they will always have someone say it wrong, and then they get corrected.
That part is a little bit like, how did nobody?
How did no one call him out on this?
How did you guys just kind of let this one go?
It was so annoying.
Oh my god. I don't care.
Dedication, just gotta get it. Just gotta get it. Oh, absolutely. If they had Bronze Tiger break Batman's back, they would be equally upset. But I think they could get away with saying it was an homage to that in a better way than they could get away with saying that that was Bane.
I think they also just weren't expecting people
That big of a backlash.
That huge of a nerd rage.
Yeah. I haven't seen the new Joker movie. We actually plan on watching it today, but I do know that they used the interpretation of the Joker from, I believe it was The Killing Joke, where he's originally the Red Hood. But from my understanding, they don't even do the Red Hood thing. Now, this is a complete reimagining of the origins of the Joker, and I'm okay with that. The one thing about the Joker that I always held to be sacred for him was that no one knows where he came from. It bugged me about the Red Hood thing when they gave him a name.
I have no idea anything that you're talking about now, so.
Right. In the comics, Joker's origin is supposed to be a mystery. But then in one comic that was like a reboot, sort of, they explain that the Joker was a guy hard on his luck who was going to be given money by the mafia to don this outfit that's like a maitre d' with a red helmet on and call himself the Red Hood and act as though he were the leader. It was a way to misdirect the cops. And then Batman chased him and he tripped into a vat of chemicals at Ace Chemicals. And that's what turned him into the Joker. The Red Hood thing I'm cool with. The fact that Batman's responsible for creating his greatest enemy, I'm really cool with. It bothered me that they gave too much backstory there, because it takes away the mystery of who is the Joker. But with this Joaquin Phoenix thing, I'm strangely not opposed to it. I'm kind of okay with the fact that they gave him a name.
Let's talk about something other than comics.
Yeah, sorry. Like, we're playing Star Wars and we're getting super into comic books. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Francis. It all depends on the community you're dealing with.
Yeah.
100% right.
You're always gonna piss off some group of people that can't just let something be. Like, if you don't like it, you don't have to spend your money on it.
Yeah.
I saw a post on Twitter yesterday. Like, imagine you're alive in the 80s and you just saw the third Star Wars movie
With the Ewoks.
And I didn't like it. I personally didn't like it, but you loved it. And then picture the fact that you could then go home and not have to read about me not liking it on Twitter.
Yeah, we definitely live in the age where if you're upset about something, you have to let everyone know on the internet that you're upset.
I hate outrage culture so much.
It is really annoying.
I won't make a post about it because that's an insane thing to do.
I find myself...
God, just enjoy things. Holy shit, just enjoy things, people. Just enjoy things. People get so mad about everything. Just stop. Stop being so angry always.
Yeah. I do remember reading a post about the new Pokemon and about people talking smack about it and saying, I'm never buying this because they didn't put in the complete thing. I'm like, did they betray what Pokemon truly is? No. Is it still Pokemon? It's Pokemon. Chill, man. If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah, nothing is going to change in the world by you not buying it.
Exactly.
The Pokemon company is still going to exist. Nintendo's still going to exist.
And I think they feel...
The world is worse off for you complaining about it.
I think the part of outrage culture that some people seem to be grasping onto is they think that one person can lead a revolution and cause an entire boycott and ruin a company because they said no.
Oh, but if we can't get millions of people to protest climate change and
Yeah,
still nothing
seriously.
happens,
Then you're not going to do anything.
You ain't gonna change how Pokemon gets made, bud. It always amazes me when people are like, "Oh, I don't know how you can be so relaxed about stuff." Like, I would be so mad about things that you're just brushing off. It's like, yeah, because I don't care. The amount of effort that you people are spending every single day
Yeah.
on just the most menial things.
Yeah.
Like, help yourself here. We wonder why we're so depressed and angry and anxious all the time.
Well, depressed is a condition that you can't do anything
There's a lot of
about.
stuff that contributes to what's going on in the world, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff that sucks and you cannot like, but help yourself here. There are so many things that people are angry about.
I feel like in
every
another
day.
life you were a monk.
And yes, I am saying this as a privileged
White male.
but still, like...
Now here's something
if
to be
you
angry
are-
about. You're in 9th place.
Yeah, this... I don't know what's going on with this race. Like,
Can I give it a go?
yeah, go for it. Yeah.
It's pretty insane to me that people think directors and writers aren't allowed creative license anymore. It's... I think there's more to it than that. I'm just
Why'd
gonna...
you quit?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
I mean, it's like you're not gonna make the Batman's suit like pink all of a sudden and expect people to be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
But if they did...
But if they did, also, you should be like, all right, cool.
See, I kind of disagree with that to an extent. Because I feel like if they did, you'd be understanding of the confusion and outrage. You'd at least get where they're coming from.
There should be no outrage about
I
them
think
changing
outrage is the
color.
wrong word.
You can be confused, like the new Cats movie.
Yeah.
You can see it and be confused and say,
Oh my god. So you heard about Jason Derulo's comments?
yeah.
Oh my god, man.
I think people have been kind of...
Way too cool about that, in my opinion.
There have been some pretty negative reviews to come out about that movie.
Ooh, yeah, I can
like-
feel what you were talking about with the stick, by the way.
What I mean, it really all comes down to, we live in such a world driven by consumerism. If you don't like something, you just don't spend your money on it.
Yeah.
Because
You don't need to get everyone else to not spend their money on it. Like, that's just wasted energy.
like, you posting on social media isn't going to ruin a company or something like that. But if they're not making any money, then that's when they're gonna see, like, okay, what can we do? What can we change to
Boy.
do this? Because everything is a business now. Everything has to be about making money, and yeah. That's true. That's actually a good point. Is that if they make something like
It's working!
oh, I thought you were gonna... Uh-oh. Can he recover? Yeah, that's,
Okay.
that's the worry. You quit again.
No, because I'm changing pods.
Oh, okay. If they make like something with some kind of creative liberties, they are making a version of it
Where's the mouse?
that you I don't know what the other comment is.
It's because she said...
They're making something that you're not familiar with, you haven't seen before, so it's like, it's new. We should be all enjoying it. We should be keeping ourselves open.
Well, no, I was not thinking of Alderbedo. I was thinking of Gasgano.
Oh, Gasgano. Alright, gonna go for it.
I'm going to do one more thing and upgrade his brakes.
You'll not find a better deal anywhere, I think, huh? Outlanders, they come here. How do they find me?
Yeah. I mean, but then there's also, I guess it depends on what audience you're really, like, talking to, or you're going explicitly for. Like, I guarantee you 90% of the people that watched Dark Knight 3 aren't familiar with Bane or who he was.
Right.
That was their first time ever seeing the character, and it's like, that's just something that they decided that they were fine with.
What's sad is
there is a 0% chance that they didn't know in the production
that's just not Bane.
That wasn't the literal interpretation of the character Bane from the comics and the established universe.
But can you call it an interpretation if it's like not... to me, it feels like if someone is asking you to translate like French to English, and you give them not French to English, you don't even give them close to what it's supposed to be. Like they are asking where's the restroom, and you translate it as I would like some bread. You know, like that's what it felt like.
I feel like you're being way too hard on it. You're being like way hypercritical because of your position that you hold on the matter and your knowledge of it. And I mean, I still don't think it matters really, because
at the end of the day, you're right. It doesn't.
Because the majority of the people that saw the movie have no preconception of Bane, so for them it doesn't really matter whether or not the people that know really care. That was a mistake.
Just a bit.
No, who? Do you want to just? Can we do a different race?
Yeah.
So we're not just stuck on the same one.
That's not something someone can get away with. Copyright infringement assumes you don't have the rights to produce what you're producing. What? All right.
Oh, well, I think Francis is talking about like if they made a Superman that had that difference, as opposed to like if some other company did that.
I'm gonna get drink real fast.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
This is the one with that one shortcut.
Is this the one where you have to? Oh, that one.
This is the... You're playing EB Endicott, though. That's your guy. That's your boy.
Yeah, we'll see. All
right, I'm gonna get a drink real fast, everyone. I'll be right back.
Just don't bump the thing here. All right, now let's talk bad about Matt now that he's gone. I think it just comes down to the fact that people should be given the room to create whatever versions of whatever they want to, as long as it's not offensive to anybody. Like, if they're doing something that doesn't actually cause anybody harm, then I don't see a reason to get upset about it. It might not be exactly what you wanted, but get over it, I guess. Like, that sounds harsh, and I don't mean it to sound like really harsh and negative and like against people, but it's more of the I want to help you just enjoy things rather than be so negative about everything. Because I think life is a lot more fun that way, when you just try to find the fun and the joy and everything, is instead of trying to have it be exactly the vision of what you wanted it to be, and then just being disappointed when it's not, and caring more about video games than anything else. That happens quite a lot, especially now that they're like the Final Fantasy VII remake. I think a lot of people were upset, I mean myself included, when all of a sudden they released stuff for that, and it was it wasn't the top-down kind of turn-based combat and all that stuff, but I think it's fine. They wanted to try something different. Same with like the Resident Evil 2 remake. They're still giving the same world, the same story and characters, but they're giving their new spin on it. Also, I'll just crash into that wall and that's yeah, I'll just crash into that wall. Oh, I'm like in the air still. That was weird. Also not going well. There's a real difficulty upswing after that first circuit. That's why I told you we were not going to be able to get through a huge chunk of this game. Well,
First 2 circuits, you built a hand. 2 seconds.
no. I don't mean as long... I'm good. Francis, I don't mean that as long as you don't offend somebody, you're in the clear. I just mean, like... You shouldn't... If you're gonna take liberties with a character and change it from what it was, just, like, if you're creating a new vision for the character, you shouldn't ever be like, oh, I'm gonna make an offensive version of this, and people just have to be cool with it, because it's like, oh, that's just... Like, if you made a version of Deadpool, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna kill only this specific race of people now, it's like, whoa, what the hell are you doing? And people just be like, oh no, that's just Deadpool. He's this wacky character who doesn't follow the rules. Like, no, that you can't do that. Like,
don't forget, you can, instead of going underneath that tunnel, you go on top.
Yeah, that's why I restarted. I missed that shortcut.
Yeah, I forgot I had to... Well, luckily, I got up there at the right time. I had to feed the dogs.
Is it really?
It's 3.
Woo.
Yeah, intense conversation and good video games.
Yeah, we've been talking about this one topic for like...
an hour.
Like 40 minutes at this point. So let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about how amazing it was that yesterday on the stream, someone gave me one of the rarest freaking things you can possibly get in Pokemon. Because that was awesome! I think when you're dealing with well-established material, there's a certain spirit respect to it. Exactly. I think that's the right... I think that's what I've been trying to say for a while. Just, I don't have the way of saying it, and I sound angry to begin with. I naturally have an angry tone, and I really wish I didn't. Because I'm usually never... I'm frustrated.
But the other thing is like...
angry.
I mean, Warner Brothers was cool with it.
Warner Brothers has been cool with a lot of stuff.
Like, they wouldn't have let it happen if there wasn't a part of it that they were like... Like, they had to have been somewhat fine with it.
Right. Right. There's also the fact where it's just like... At a certain point, you don't argue with the director.
Well, but if you're the one putting up the money for the project, you certainly have that right.
But, like, when the director has done nothing but bring you success, it's just like, okay.
No.
What, like, if I were to... Oh, God, this part.
Gotta air brake super hard there.
Like, if you were to be like, Matt, let's make Fartmaster 16... or something like that.
Can we make Fartmaster 1 through 15 first?
No. You say Fartmaster 16, and you pitched an idea that earned me like $3 million or some crazy thing like that previously. As stupid as Fartmaster 16 without 1 through 15 to begin with sounds, I'd be like, the guy knows what he's saying.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is like, because it's all about the money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's all about what do they think for the largest amount of audience is gonna bring them the most amount of money, and
to which they say, screw the integrity of the character.
Yeah, like as long as it's an interesting character and it's recognizable enough and it's something that they can market in better ways for them, then they'll go with it. Oh, still in the air. This happened to me last time.
Oh,
it wouldn't land me.
That's weird.
I don't like how close they are. This is going much better this time, though. I just have to not screw up that shortcut.
You just gotta play your boy EB Endicott, that's all.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the fact that I was not playing Anakin.
Yeah, you're on EB, man. He's your guy.
I just realized that part of the minimap looks like an IUD.
Like...
Yes.
I will have to take a look.
I mean, not like 1-to-1.
That was rough.
Cool. It's all right though. I'm up here, and hopefully this is good enough. Just being up here.
Did someone follow you? Is there someone behind? What?
Hey, buddy. Oh, there's a couple guys.
It's because they saw you. I think that's one of the things that
If they ever see you do it once.
No, not that if they see you do it once. If they see you doing it, they'll follow you.
Oh boy, we are actually pretty far behind now. And air brake. Good enough. Sorry, that was visual hell.
Don't worry, it made us dizzy too.
All right, please crash into the other things, so I don't have to. I didn't even touch anything, and I crashed into a wall. And we're going for it. We gotta go for it. Woo! I 100% should have crashed there.
There was a time
that I was going.
There was a time that made me very gun shy with this section where I boosted, and it sent me on top of the rail.
That frame rate.
Right.
All right.
I wonder what it would be like if we got the exact same crew together to make this game, which, now that I think about it, would include Tim Schafer.
Well, he worked at LucasArts. I don't know if he worked at this game.
On
this game.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Did he? Look it up.
Yeah.
Look him up on like IMDb.
Oh, my sister called. Haley, I'm sorry I didn't answer your call. I appreciate that you called. I'm pretty sure it was to say happy birthday and all that. So
The other Haley.
Yeah, not Haley Berg. Yeah, no, there's. Oh no.
Oh, Samoba!
Lots of people contacting me.
Why is Samoba here?
And he lit your engine on fire. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's a bummer.
That is such a bummer. I once played Loki's support. I'll give you a
You said
guess.
really smart people can't have stupid takes.
I mean, yeah, you have a lot of stupid ideas in Smite.
Hold on. Have you ever looked at Elon Musk's Twitter? Because...
Oh god, I hate my laugh. Oh, I sound like a maniacal, like, killer.
Maniac.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna try it full speed. Here we go. Nailed it.
Woo!
Now I just need to do that 2 other times without failure. I'm still in second place.
Tim Schafer, Odd Racers.
I mean, people can work at companies and not be on the development team.
But at the time, LucasArts only put out like 1 game a year.
I think he just worked on like the adventure games. How?
Okay, unfortunately, there's also a guy named Tim Schafer who races cars.
What about him? Did he work on this
He
game?
definitely did not.
How do you know? That sucks.
Yeah, no, Tim, Ron, Gilbert, and Dave Grossman, etc. pretty much invented a genre at LucasArts at some point. Yeah,
What you've done is you've...
Yeah, I know.
said that
I
they worked.
realized that.
Oops! Didn't make it that time.
Oh, I forgot about that. There's a code so you can play the game with 2 controllers for 1 person. Each person controls an engine.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say big head. Controls an engine.
Yep.
Jeez.
It's so you can do harsh turns with boosting.
Crazy. That's why I'm sorry if all of a sudden I do a really loud hup in your ears. I don't intend to do that.
I cannot find.
Yes, it is a giant worm.
Paper. Work. On.
Oh, you just look up his IMDb.
Would it be in there?
Maybe.
How do you spell his last name?
Schafer.
Okay, and there's the issue.
Maybe 2 Fs. I think just 1.
Yeah, no, just 1. You were 100%. That's why I couldn't find him.
What were you searching?
Shaffer, because that's what it told me
Schaff.
that's what it told me to look for, and I was like, that's
Hi,
weird.
I'm Tom Schaff.
Well, okay, so that's the name of the racer. Tim Schaffer is the racer.
I work at Lucas Oil Stadium. Ah, that's a good joke.
Where did Dave Grossman end up?
Give me the boost. Valve. He made or worked on Portal.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're wondering.
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Yep.
If you're wondering why the script for the Portal games is so good,
Star Wars.
him to thank.
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer never actually tried to sabotage the project. That's what he's listed as doing.
Wow. Dude, I got the thing twice, and I still ended up in 5th. That's crazy.
Oh, winter sales getting ready.
Yep. Steam Winter Sale is coming soon, everybody.
And that means that thigh climbers will be going on sale. So be ready for that.
Never really thought about the fact that something can be on sale, which means you are selling it, and then on sale, which means at a discount.
Huh. Huh.
Yeah. So Thigh Climbers is already on sale, but it's about to be
Discount.
on sale.
Huh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, right. His air cooling's crap.
Oh. I didn't even think about the fact that that wasn't Anakin. I totally forgot.
Again?
Yeah.
And air brake.
Hopefully that was enough. Yep. Don't boost right away, because it definitely wasn't enough. Bad thing about being in first. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh,
Come on!
He was totally supposed to have run into that.
I really wish you
Man,
could
I
blow
got
them up
chipped.
by like crashing into them as you exploded. Like if you can't get first, if I can't get first, neither can you. Woo! How far did he get?
Pretty far, bud. Pretty far. This is
What the
tough-
heck?
This is a tough game.
Wow, of course I would put my bottle right in front of how long we've been streaming. Oh, there's a thing.
Wow, we've been going for 2 hours. It does not feel it.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Except I've been looking exclusively directly at the screen, and I'm gonna have Guitar Hero syndrome. When I look away, everything is gonna seem like it's moving towards me.
Oh God.
How's everybody doing?
Oh yeah, you're right. It does kind of look like one. Oh God. It would be kind of cool to play Smite on the channel like once, but I just don't have things set up down here for it.
Oh, that sucks. I tried to get over to the right, but I couldn't. So this is more than likely
Are you going to be a restart?
not to earn. Do we have any other races unlocked, or was it just the first one of each?
First one of each.
That sucks.
I mean, you can try the snow race with someone who's faster, because that was a big
Oops.
thing
Well,
to do.
come on. Come on, video game. Bitogam.
And keep in mind, you can also sell and change.
Bozzy Baranta always reminded me of like Crunch Berries.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see. God. All these names. Look at...
We used, not Fudsang, but the...
Fudsang.
We used Bullseye a lot.
Ooh, you know, you got pretty good setup.
We used him for a lot of stuff.
Oh. Oh. This one, right? This was the one that I couldn't do? Or
No,
was it this one?
that's the one you couldn't... Yeah, but you can do...
I couldn't do either, right? Oh, right. This is the longer one. Well,
right.
You know, let's give it a shot. Don't know how much longer we'll be streaming, but...
We gotta get at least 1v1 going.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We can do that. Well, I'll give this a couple tries, and then we'll do some races against each other.
I think one of them will have to be the impossible track.
Oh. Can we? I don't think we can if we haven't unlocked it.
We just won't use this account.
Hold on, we're just gonna do a real quick. I thought I could get in, because I meant to go to the right, because that's the shortcut.
Oh.
Sorry, I was trying to, but I forgot, and I tried to sneak in that
I was
last
like,
second.
what is he doing? Whatever, Matt.
Just felt like sabotaging myself.
Don't question him, Matt. He knows what he's doing. He's got this. I think. I remember I crashed into one of those bumps by boosting into it. Double! Oh, when he double taps R, or not double taps R, when he repairs, he will really ask for some pizza.
Bullseye?
All the aliens, because they're saying it's all speaking Huttese.
Oh.
Which I think it's hysterical that the Hutts are like the leaders of the criminal underground, essentially, right? And they just decided, okay, everyone who's a criminal must speak Huttese. It's like borderline Slugman racism. You speak Huttese, you must be a criminal.
Slugman?
Jabba's race.
Oh.
Which is weird because the family's the Hutts, but so is the race, I think.
I was gonna say, the race is called Slugman?
No, they're
Slugman Jackson?
I have Jabba's one true weakness. Salt.
I think I made a game in college where it was like a castle defense or like a tower defense game.
Against snails?
And it was all, yeah, there was like a bunch of invading snails and you would throw salt on them.
I think we have our next game, Jamie.
Huh. Slowly remembering this.
I'm so down for that.
I honestly don't think I used to go that way.
Alright, you don't have to.
But I don't remember what I would have done otherwise. Because that other way is a huge time loss, I think.
Doing it the bottom way?
Yeah. Well,
I can't say you didn't clip it.
Are we playing this on like hard mode or something? I'm not that, but just the fact that all these guys are so fast, I don't remember.
It is the final circuit.
One more time. One more time. Because this makes it look like we are just awful at this game.
When we're not. We're genuinely good at this. It's
well,
just,
okay.
It's been a while.
We're okay. It's just been years. Yeah. If I played this for like the next 8 hours, I'd probably be pretty good at it.
In fact, the last time we consistently played this game was...
I say like August 2017.
Where'd that photo go? I gotta find the photo again. Really?
Alright, so if we go down here... Okay, and we have to do all this stuff, but does this actually lose us a bunch of time? That is the question. And it seems like the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Not going that way. I changed my mind.
Man, they must be saying some horrible things. Because I know Huddies actually ended up being like how Trekkies ended up making Klingon.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I wonder what they're actually saying. Where is this?
You hear the controller squeaking?
Yes.
Something about Jose Cuervo. That was a hard one.
Is Jose Cuervo the one that like the commercial like go Viva Cuervo at the end?
I can only imagine. I'm extremely not going to win or come close to winning this race. I'm also just kind of stalling until Matt's ready to.
Yeah, no, I just gotta find this.
Because this is going very poorly. We haven't beaten a race in the last hour and a half.
Really? Oh my god. Oh, here it is. Okay. May 31st, 2017.
Hey.
Yep.
Was it May? Oh, we must have started playing Bloodborne after that.
Yeah. No, we had already beaten Bloodborne. This was at my second apartment.
Yeah. Interesting.
Intertestines.
Want to try that one again?
Nope.
There we go.
Whoa. I don't remember this part.
It's just a different way that you can go through there.
Whoa. I've never actually seen that, I don't think.
Alright, so here we go. We're gonna do something special here.
Why?
And hold on. This is actually a secret. It's like in Mario Kart, you can like hop to the finish line. You crash right there, then you'll see that the game magically goes back to the menu, and then we can play two-player. Pretty cool cheat, huh?
And we will use the Shrimped or the J&M account. We are not going to use that current account. We'll have good racers.
Boop 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 beep boop beep beep doo doo.
I've been driving my car since 8 this morning, and I hate other driving people right now. Just if anyone was wondering. Yeah, no.
I mean,
I feel
driving around other people is almost always just the pits.
Wait, which one was the good one? Shrimp?
Shrimp.
Shrimp? Yeah.
I mean, that was the one that you at least had a picture of Anakin on.
Yeah, I think those were the same stats.
You got pictures of Anakin on your phone there?
Yeah, it's totally this one because we've got Bazi Baranta.
Can you go back to him for a second? Bazi?
It's a loincloth.
Okay. It was, like, I didn't think it was any one specific thing. It was just extremely confusing, and I had no idea what I had looked at.
His stats actually suck.
But boy, is his top speed fast.
Yeah, but you could do that. He is better than him. The only difference with Sebulba is that you can double tap R and burn someone.
Yep.
Who did you pick?
Endicott.
Alright, we're gonna go with Mr. Parmesan. Where are you, Parmy? Paramita, that's what it is.
Slide Parmesan. Where we go?
Wait, let's start.
Where are we dropping, boys?
Let's start with just the first map.
Tatooine?
Yeah.
Just us, right?
Just us.
Okay. Here we go. I do that thing where you have to burp like inside your own mouth with like your nose, and I can't do it into the mic.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, just blow up!
You know what? I think I'm just not even gonna bother boosting and just hope that you just blow yourself up a bunch.
Oh my god, he is so fast.
Who'd you pick?
Slide Paramita.
Oh, Gene Parmesan. Alright, bud, I just like bumped my toe.
Oh my god, he's
go.
so fast.
All I have to do is just rely on you. Too fast. For a second I thought, wow, how did you have a faster lap time than me? You did not. Wonder how they actually did the split screen in this, because a common thing that you can do is just have a second camera
Right.
that recaptures the whole scene again.
But it's also super inefficient that way, isn't it?
I mean, you have to draw everything twice. But it almost feels like the frame rate is better, you know, like this. Oops, that sucks. You have the raw speed on me, though, so if you don't crash...
My cooling's nowhere near as good as yours, though. I was really hoping that would hurt you.
Why would you do that? Why would you want to hurt me?
I want to win.
That's mean. All right.
Who's gonna blow up? Who will screw this up? What?
Just take it slow. And just hope that that's enough of a lead. Oh god, no! 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 Why? Please overheat and crash and die. Sorry.
Wow!
Alright.
Oh, I cannot be this pod racer.
Oops! Too late!
That's mean! There's no way I can do this race with him.
Not with that attitude. Let's do this and then the super difficult one.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking we would do the super difficult one and then the other super difficult one.
This is like going from 50cc in Mario Kart to like
150
to 500.
Oh, that's right. 500's the final one.
No, it's 150. I was just making CC. Also, this is totally throwing me off because now I've got like the muscle memory for the other one.
Well,
did you really just try boosting directly into a wall?
no, I skimmed the wall.
Well, that
I am too fast for this place. This is so not fair.
Too much sushi.
I had so much sushi. I'm too fast to race.
Too fast to race.
That's the quote, right?
Yeah.
Oops. I hate this place so much.
We're like Bulk Hogan, am I right?
Oh, come on! Oh god, we have 3 laps of this place.
God. Don't worry, I broke all the stuff for you. Come on through. The rocks are fine. Oh god, I don't have the mini map. Okay. Yeah, you gotta go left there.
You're right, that place is not open.
That's just unfortunate.
Oh, that's a wall. I was like, oh wow, I'm actually in first? Oh.
Now it's time to build my lead. Now that I got the chance. You know, I am...
What?
No, please.
What? Excuse me?
What happened, friendo?
I freaking did nothing and exploded. I hate this map.
Well,
Why wouldn't you let me choose someone who could actually do this?
I got bad news for you, bud, because you're gonna hate the next one even more.
Oh, not if we're not. I'm not doing it if I can't change my guy. That's just no. That's not fair.
That's fine.
There's no way we could do it with him.
I just kind of like grazed my toe on the thing and exploderated.
This is such crap.
You like, what? What? It's like there's somebody that's just kind of off to the side that's just like, now you blow up.
What? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Oh my god, you were so much further ahead.
This is going very well for me this round.
It's so not fair. This is crap. If you agree that this is absolute crap, leave it in the comments. Say it in the comments. Do whatever. If you believe it's crap, go buy Thigh Climbers.
Now that's subliminal marketing. Crap, thigh climbers. Crap, thigh climbers.
Oh god, I really need to use the restroom. I should buy Thigh Climbers.
You know, not what I was really thinking, but that works too. There's a scene from...
Oh, come on!
There's a scene from The Office where Michael's trying to impress a lady and he's showing her this slideshow and he's trying to get her to be into him, so he keeps going back and forth between pictures of himself and pictures of really attractive people.
Is this the Scar one?
No. Michael Scar. Apparently they just released the full version of that YouTube. Whoops. I just crashed into that.
I just love that Billie Eilish decided this needs to be in my song.
Let's do the Scar.
There's a whole generation of people out there who need to know how to do the Scar.
Jump to the left and you shake that hand. Jump to the right and you shake that hand.
I can't get into that show.
Turn. That's how you do it. But I'm gonna put you out of your misery here.
Thank you. Except for it won't finish until I
still have
finish.
to. I mean, we can just go back. We know the results. You're gonna disappoint millions of fans.
So, screw that race.
Time to get even more frustrated, even though we're both going to,
We're both gonna fall off. That's why it's okay.
yeah. So change to whoever you feel like you have the best chance with, and then still not be able to do it.
Yeah, no, because we've changed him a little bit since then. Well, wait, this isn't the real one.
Oh, you don't want to do that one?
The real one is this. This is the real one. Or wait, I think it's one up again. And then...
No.
Yeah, right there.
But
that's the first one.
But this is the one. This is the two-tiered one.
Right. The two-tiered one is this one and the one previous to this. This one is just a longer version of the other one.
Did you want to do this one?
This one isn't the one we had a really hard time with. It's the other one. Oh, we could do this one.
Are you talking about this one? I don't know. I'm not...
No, you're right. It's the one with Juan Sanda just track favorite.
I'm not sold on that. I think this is definitely the one.
Quasi Bronta. Shouldn't it be one? No, Juan Sandage is the first one.
Off to a screaming start. You know what? I'm just gonna slow down. I'm gonna let you do whatever you gotta do. Oh, you're also gonna slow down. I see. I see you've taken quite a strategy.
Nope. Well, good game. Unless you fall.
See, but the thing is, nope, I fell. It's like, I can go really slowly and stay up there, but then you're gonna have all that time, but it actually doesn't matter.
Oh, this place is just a nightmare. We should do the jungle one too. You suck!
Did I do the thing that you were talking about? Like
Yes!
crashing in? Yeah, so you can see this, you skip this entire thing and you come out right here where everybody just went straight for like 3 seconds. But that's not the only place.
It's working! Eat my dust, Michael!
Nope, I missed it. I'm gonna circle around and try her again.
Come on,
Oh, did you make it through?
Yeah.
Oh. But can he stay up?
Nope. That turn I screwed up. I made it up there for a while though.
Yeah.
Whoop!
Yeah. Watch out. There's a couple tough turns in there. I want to boost through this part. Got him. Ah! Ah! Fixed! I didn't even see what you did.
I ran into a pillar.
Oh. And still somehow you were only 2 seconds behind me. Oops, okay, and I'm on the bottom. And so are you.
That's what I hate about this. Like, if you clip a little, you explode.
Yeah.
Because there was a time where I was doing near perfect, and then I clipped and exploded, and that was that. That was the race. You can never fall off.
Yup, if you fall off the top, you're donezo. You gotta do it perfectly for 3 laps. But the AI will also do it, so you have to be like perfect and still fast.
At least 4 of them are like always perfect.
Come on, work!
Alright. Can he not screw this part up? Again. You are living dangerously, Nintendo.
Come on, work!
I was just going for it.
Oh, almost.
I mean, that part doesn't really save you a huge amount.
Oh my god.
It's kind of nice, but like that one doesn't really matter if you stay up.
Yeah.
You nerd.
Wait, or geek?
You don't really hear that anymore.
Geek? Yeah, no, definitely not. In fact, nerd is like changed from being negative to just being like, I'm so nerdy.
I wear glasses.
Yeah.
I've looked at a video game once. Can he do it? Answer. Oh, I thought it was no. What? What?
No! Oh, so
Oh,
close.
it's on the top. Hey.
What? But you blew up.
Yep.
That's crap. That is some crap.
Still on the top. Him in the gym. Hey, nice.
That is
We did it,
such
friendos. Yeah,
such crap.
3 seconds later. And that is pretty much the race, unless I crash 5 times. My hands are very sweaty right now.
Yeah, mine too.
This is a very intense battle.
No, it's not. You've won.
It was an intense battle.
It's working!
Uh-oh. That was too fast.
It's working!
Every time. I'm actually not that far away from you. In like the grand scheme of the course. Like I am, but like you just won, obviously.
Ooh, that was a... Yeah. 16 seconds faster.
Yeah. Yep.
And you also want to do the forest one for reasons unknown to me.
Because I could actually do the forest one, and I remember you having trouble with it, and it made me feel better.
Well, we'll see. So this one?
See.
This one?
Yes, it's like you can do that one, or you can do the previous one. It's just which one's backwards.
Did you still want to be Anakin?
Yeah, no, this is the wrong one.
What do you mean?
This is like the final version of this one.
Oh.
And that one's actually not hard. It's the one previous. That one.
This one.
And somehow I did it with
oh yeah, I remember that whole section. Wow, I can picture all of that so well.
Whoa! That wasn't an opening, that was a pillar.
Oh god.
You remember me like having you were like telling me, okay, no left, no left, no left, no right, no left.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Because it's like there's just this one section where you can't actually see the turns. And the area that you always had difficulty with is where the pterodactyl is.
There's a jump there. Sorry, I told you a little too late.
Excuse me?
It's okay, it happens to the best of us. It also happens to you.
Oh, you're mean. Oh, come on!
Just go slow. What? Dude, I was going like 0 miles an hour. I swear to God, if you explode me there.
What's funny?
This one.
I don't think this is the right one either. This is like, because they do this place 3 or 4 times.
No, I think it is.
It's working! It's working!
I think it's just really long.
Because now we're about to approach a beach, or nope, yeah, no, this is. But I do remember this section.
Uh-oh. How did I not explode?
You didn't
The
actually touch
Jamie
the
King
lava.
story. No, it was when I smacked into the wall.
Oh.
Oh, I don't think you're thinking of Barunda, though.
I'm not. I'm thinking of the jungle. Crap.
Eternally repair.
Crap. Crap.
That's a rock. That's a wall. That's another wall. Oh my god! I just completely, like, I have no idea where I am. Okay.
Yeah, and see,
just
now
repair.
it's Barunda. It's just a different section of Barunda.
Hey, Hey,
Press down C.
What?
Down C or L. We'll restart you.
Nope. Liar. Extreme.
Oh, Z and
Mega
L.
liar.
Z and R together?
Nope. Extreme mega liar. Except now I've hidden. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely this one.
Oh, no, no, no.
You're not gonna lose. You have about 30 seconds on me right now. It may be an exaggeration, but you have a lot.
It's working! It's working!
I just feel to boost through this part without issue.
Oh yeah, there's that shortcut. Well yeah, don't the meteors come down in the third lap?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going backwards. Am I going backwards? I'm not. I can't be. No. No, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, this totally isn't the right one. The one I'm talking about is raining, there's jungle, it's...
Do you want to switch to that one?
If you want.
Because you're going to win this one.
I'm wrong on lap 1. But sure.
Yeah. I feel pretty confident to say, though, that's a pillar. I'm actually not super far behind, but far enough that I would not be catching up. Just kidding, I could totally catch up. Well, I've changed my mind once again.
Nah, you can catch up. Nah, you can't catch up. You can catch up.
I thought you were gonna say something about like mustard or tomatoes.
It's working!
Oh, come on, Jamie. Got a little more class than that.
No, you don't.
You're right, I don't.
Oh, hey, you're right there.
You caught it.
How did I catch up? Oh, see you later. Remember, there's a jump. And I'm in first.
It really sucks.
What?
I held
you
back
pushed
on it.
The other direction?
No, I held back on it. It's just I started to go towards the wall, so I had to correct my. What?
Yeah, these are very unforgiving walls. I just watched you just smash directly into that. Jesus.
Oh God, I hate this place.
Oh, I thought it was gonna explode.
Come on, work!
So back to the conversation of why you're wrong about Bane. Oh, I'm going backwards. No.
Okay, A, no. B, don't start.
Are you kidding me? How can I not make that one turn? What the hell?
Oh, darn it, I screwed up the shortcut.
Oh, boo-hoo. Get it. There's a shortcut?
Yeah. You can go on the top instead of going through the fire. It takes you over like all of this. It's really hard to do. You have to boost at the right times.
I swear to God.
Swear to Endicott.
Just get. Am I stupid?
No.
Like half of it, I just can't see where. No, not again. Thank you. I don't care that I crashed. I got up there this time, and that's enough for me.
Do you remember when we like were seeing through the world, and I was just convinced there was a shortcut? I was like, no, you see right there, you can. And it was like 10 freaking attempts later when we finally realized, no, that's not. Oop, going the wrong way.
Oh, I found a shortcut.
See,
That made me end up going backwards.
that's exactly what I did. It's like, oh, nope, going backwards, going the wrong way.
It's like all of a sudden, hey, I'm driving towards Matt. This seems wrong.
Well, I was driving towards, I was going backwards, and you were going forward.
No. I took a shortcut and then took a wrong turn.
Me too.
Oh. Well, what's the final lap gonna come down to? Please, thank you. Matt.
Sorry. I've been holding them in like this whole time.
Talking about burps.
I'm not.
Okay. Here we go. Last lap of the... I don't know if I have another race in me after this.
Just one. We'll do a 1 lap or 2 lap.
It's working! It's
What would be the difference?
You don't have to do the 3rd.
So the...
It's working!
There's a jump there.
Yep. Alright, slow way down, idiot.
That was me, and I'm slowing down.
Talking to both my EB Endicott and you. I told you to slow down, idiot!
I was going slow. I just ended up, you know, hitting them. Where are my iframes, man? You're not supposed to be able to see me.
Invisible. Invisibility. Uh-oh. I keep thinking that's gonna kill me.
What was the thing with the horse and WoW?
No. Okay. Wow, I actually made that turn for once. That's incredible. The horse is named Invincible, and it's if he's invincible, then how can you see him?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yep, I had that coming.
All right, so if you stay along here,
Yeah, it's a pretty good method. I would recommend it. It worked out for. Oh boy! Found the exit.
Come on, come on, come on.
I feel like you've crashed 3 times as much as me, but you're still this close behind. Oh.
I hate that part because if you fall down there,
Yeah.
you have to blow up, and it's an extra couple seconds.
You're telling me, bud. That was my first lap.
I do love how my first lap is definitely the fastest that any of us did. And I did it so well, and then after that, I was like, nope.
Oh, I'll just blow up. Oh no, is it gonna put me back before the... put me back before the shortcut. Dang it. Well, it's all gonna come down to this.
Good game.
Come on, come on, come on.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Pretty much seals the deal.
That sealed the deal. I want us to look at my first lap versus my others. Wow, your last lap was actually the best. All right, we don't need to do the other ones.
That was 11 minutes. Wait, so which one was it?
that one.
Is it just this
Yep.
Barunda? I just want to take a look at it. That's crazy that there's... Yeah, yep.
Yep.
This is the worst one. We'll do a single lap. Whoever wins one lap. Yeah, I think this race is harder than
All the other Barundas.
most of the others just in the game.
Yeah. And without the mini-map, this is going to be very difficult.
Yes.
I could have boosted
It's
there.
interesting how Anakin leaves behind a huge fan. Do I leave behind a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
Huh. Just gotta... okay. Pretty much you just gotta explode right there, and then you'll be in perfect position to not explode right after.
It's working!
Get ready to see the frame rate go away down. And there she went, Capitan.
That's so not fair. So that means if anyone's behind you, you can just brake immediately and kill them.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, she's a chugging.
It's
Oh,
working!
I just totally went through a branch there.
It's working!
God, I can't turn. This is like the one place that it's actually useful to do that other kind of turning.
Yep.
God. Ah, God. It's just so awful.
I'm sure everyone who's watching is just like, wow, Matt was definitely the one who did this before. Because I remember all of those turns. Without thinking, I did all of them.
It's working! It's working!
All right, here's the
Don't fall to
bridge.
the left.
Yep. There's the bridge. That's the part that like would always frustrate you to the point where I was like, nope. For me, it was the forest. For you, it was the bridge.
It's working! Ah! It's working! It's working!
Well,
And pull. Beautiful.
you beat me on my map.
Yep. Are you trying to crash into me? Oh.
You're a dirty rascal.
Get out of here, Dave Matthews.
Crash into me.
What do you? An interesting plan you got here. Let's see if it pans out. You know, I'm just gonna let Met do this insanely stupid thing, and
Let's talk about thigh climbers.
yeah, I'll say, hey everybody, check out Thigh Climbers. It's our game. It's on Steam Early Access right now. It'll probably be on sale for the Steam Winter Sale pretty shortly. I'm
Yeah,
not sure when we'll start that. I'm not sure the exact time that they're.
Yeah, we just
Starting
got the email saying like, all right, get your stuff prepped. I was like,
But
okay.
yeah, whenever the Steam Winter Sale is going on, we'll put Thigh Climbers on sale, and yeah, you can grab it for probably a couple bucks less. It's still in early access right now. We're still adding more stuff to it, more content, just better artwork and upgrading a bunch of stuff while we continue to finish the game.
We've added a new mechanic to the game that I think everyone's really going to enjoy. It's I'm not going to get too far into it, but it changes the pace of the game a little, I think.
I mean, but it's not live right now. Like,
Yeah, no, it is
we're
not
still-
live yet.
We're still working on stuff.
We've got some art assets to finish up.
Yeah, we'll let you know when updates actually go live, and you can check it out.
Yeah, in fact, every single time we push a big update, I think we're going to do like a 5-minute recording.
Yeah, we'll do a little something to show off what we added to the game.
Yeah,
Grab the mouse.
that's right.
Gonna need that. Just keep it up here with us.
Yeah. So we're gonna send you off with our second trailer.
Are we gonna be back tomorrow
Yeah, I was
for
thinking.
Death Stranding?
Do you want to?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, totally. I want to figure out what's going on with that baby.
Yep.
I really need to know. There's so many people who know, and I'm trying my best not to get it spoiled.
I
for me.
have nothing spoiled for the game for me, so I'd
Yeah.
like to keep it that way. But yeah, we'll be
Same.
back tomorrow at
Same time.
1 Central
Yeah.
for some Death Stranding.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
See you tomorrow, everyone. Bye.